Would you please welcome all 6 feet and 8 inches of Greg Davies?
That is my contractual introduction ticked off. Well done.
We got the email from your manager. We appreciate it, and mission accomplished. Greg, your latest show is an adaptation of a German sitcom about a crime scene cleaner. How did you go mopping up the blood and guts and funny?
Well, how did I go? I suppose anyone who knows me will know that I am, at my very core, a coward. So the idea that I would be any good at going to murder scenes and cleaning them up is preposterous. And I might add, the idea that I'm any good at cleaning full stop. Well, that's what the acting's all about.
Oh, wait, and you're acting alongside, I've got to say, royalty. How did you get Oscar-nominated actress Helena Bonham Carter on board?
I mean, I'm still not convinced I did. I still think it might have been a lookalike that my agent paid for my self-esteem. I can't believe that people like Helena agreed to do it. And it was just, obviously, for someone with my acting pedigree, I was just absolutely thrilled that she said yes. It was brilliant fun. And she's really good fun, Helena Bonham Carter, by the way.
Greg, you seem to have an uncanny knack for collecting absurd stories wherever you go. So what was the most ridiculous thing that happened on the set of The Cleaner?
Well, the most ridiculous one involves Helena Bonham Carter. And before I tell you, I want to make it very clear that I have got her permission to tell this story.
Oh, they're always the best
It's a great setup. It's a great setup for a story.
She told me early on in the process that the reason she said yes to doing the show was because there was a scene in her episode that involved her singing with me while she was on the toilet. Oh. And that was the reason she said yes. And while we were filming that scene, I'm a very childish man. And to pepper the song, we had a man who was paid to operate a fart machine during the song. so that while Helen was on the toilet singing to me, it was punctuated by the occasional fart. And while we were actually recording it, he was just pressing the button all the time, just. Every other word, there was a fart. And in the end, I thought, I'm going to have to stop this because, you know, a fart joke's pushing it at the best of times, but I can't be every other word having her fart. So I looked over at the guy with the fart machine and he wasn't touching it. And I looked back at her and she just shrugged her shoulders and it was her throughout.
You know what? That's a sign of a very talented actress. They can control every muscle.
Isn't it? She doesn't even need a fart machine on set. She brings her own sound effects. Incredible.
Greg, is there something you learnt? I mean, it's one of these things we don't really think about, that somebody has to go in and mop up these crime scenes. Is there anything you learnt that kind of blew your mind?
Yes, the thing that blew my mind is about the job, because we did speak to a real crime scene cleaner. And I think the thing that blew my mind is it's such a bizarre job. But when we spoke to a real crime scene cleaner about the specialisms that he has to do on a day-to-day basis, the truth is that most of it is just cleaning. That's the thing that blew my mind.
Hey, just before we let you go, just a biodata question I want to get right. So your family lived in England before you were born, but from what I understand, you were born in Wales. There seems to be a problem there. What happened exactly?
Well, there was. I mean, there's only a problem for my poor mother in that there was, when she went into labour, there was a hospital 7 minutes down the road. But my father, who is a proud Welshman, drove her for just under an hour so that I would be born in a hospital in Wales. And the reason he did that is because he wanted a Welsh international rugby player and he wasn't sure of the rules. So he had to make doubly sure that I would come into the world in Wales so that I could make him proud and represent Wales on the global stage in rugby. And of course, what he ended up with is a fat, asthmatic comedian.
Right. But you have got rugby height on you.
That's all I've got when it comes to rugby. Height is all I've got. My friends who are into sports tell me that I'm the waste of a good body.
Well, from one overweight asthmatic comedian to another, Greg, your new show, The Cleaner, exclusively on BritBox. Greg Davies, thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, it was so nice to talk to you all. See you later.